Happy birthday! Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life, because every day is your birthday if you choose to celebrate life. Because I did that wrong around again, didn't I? You would think after a year of doing this, well, it's only got a year, I'd get this right, wouldn't you? Happy birthday! Because every day is your birthday if you choose to celebrate life. Welcome to the first day. I don't know. It's funny, sometimes that works and sometimes that doesn't work. Let me know how you feel about that. There must be loads of people who watch this all the time and get frustrated with the start and how I don't get it right every single time. And nobody ever comments on it. It's very bizarre. Happy birthday, Erin, by the way. I just noticed that she's responded to my my message. She's not on social media, so I shall send her a link to this on YouTube, because it is on YouTube. These videos are all on YouTube, and if you're watching on Instagram, by the way, if you ever think you've missed a day, check out YouTube, youtube.com/John V Denley, just like Instagram.com/John V Denley. It's all on all of those platforms. I have no idea what I'm going to talk about today. It's a bit of a weird one. It doesn't happen very often. I said why because I've been listening to Simon Sinek this morning, who is the guy who talks about figuring out what your why is. Probably has a better description of it than that, but anyway, there you go. So that's the kind of general topic of the day today. We had a big one yesterday, fallout from the football, which was kind of cool. And I don't have my cube with me today, which is kind of interesting, because that would have been a useful thing to do again today. Because Instagram viewers watching this, I went over my 15 minutes and I couldn't be bothered to edit it, and so I just didn't. So it's on YouTube, go check it out there. Anyway, happy birthday, people. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. Every day is your birthday if you choose to celebrate life. That was right, that was the right way around. Welcome to the first day of the rest of life. Yeah, okay, that works. Okay, anyway, there you go. I've just realised that I don't have the birthday people on here. Obviously I knew Erin was on here. Daniel Crane, I knew here, Crane? Not sure how you pronounce that. Is also on here, but I think I can check out the, nope, not the comments, the title. Here we go. So happy birthday also to Kevin, Davina and Carlene. Those are the birthdays they are today. I hope you're all having a lovely day. Sorry about the rustle as I put that back on there. Try to make it as quiet as possible. I just realised it probably made a noise when I lifted it up and I didn't realise. But anyway. Happy birthday, everybody. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. So to those people whose birthdays it is today, happy birthday. Do the breathing exercise, why not? Let's fill some space with that. Breathe out. What's the one thing you want to get done today? Breathe in 5 through your nose. There's a hand on your heart. Hold your breath while you light the candles on your left hand, and then blow out the candles to celebrate those people's birthdays, including Erin. Happy birthday, everybody. Erin was the girl who I ended up walking the Camino de Santiago on. Actually, this is probably relevant. And there you go. We have a topic. So yes, I met Erin on, I think, day 2 of the Camino, and we just hit it off, her and Sue, and then we ended up walking the rest of the Camino together, apart from a couple of little sections, which will form part of the book later on. When I finally write the book. Yes, Erin, I'm writing a book, or I will do anyway. I'm actually off to Ilfracombe on Sunday for 8 weeks or thereabouts, to house sit for a friend, Anne, and also just to have some time alone on my own. I know that sounds weird for those people who've been locked down for years, for the last 18 months and so forth, but I've been living with my parents, and obviously taking care of them as best I can, getting them used to doing the online thing, and so it'll be nice to just have some time with just me on my own, to focus on my business, which is part of the reason why I said why your life, what am I doing, why am I doing this, that kind of stuff. So anyway, yeah, I met Erin on day 2 of the Camino, and Simon Sinek today was talking about goals and destinations. He was talking about dopamine hits, which is interesting as well, because the book of the day, which I have linked in the description below, Blinkist book of the day, is a free book every day. Why not listen to it? It's fantastic. You learn something new every day, and this one is feel great, lose weight. And it's actually talking about the science behind how your body regulates its food intake, its weight, and its fat storages. So it was really interesting to learn about that, and about insulin as well, which obviously then ties in with diabetes and so forth. It talks about how basically insulin tells you to stop storing fat, I think. Can't remember exactly. And then there's a thing, lecithin, I think it is, which turns off your hunger pangs, which then stops you wanting to eat and stuff. Can't remember the exact details, but it's in the book. That's why I want to listen to it again, because it's one of those kind of books you go, oh, that's interesting. I need to study that a little bit more and understand that a little bit more. And apparently we have a set weight thing as well. So we talked about before about having our body's got a little sort of natural weight level that it believes is where we should be, and then it tries to keep us at that level. A little bit like our mindset. We've got these rules we've built up, these practice. Yesterday we talked about practice. We've been practicing these bad habits or these unhelpful habits for many years, and they just become part of our ingrained kind of experience. I've also just realised that I can't see the time on this for a change. That's weird. I'm just going to have to guess a little bit. I hope I don't go over the 15 minutes because I talked about that. Let's make this a short one and just be absolutely definitely sure about it. Anyway, and then it also talks about dopamine. So you eat the donut, and it gives you, I think they were talking about how dopamine, there's other things in there as well, but it's also a reward. It's a food reward. It's that tasted really good. Let's do that again. Because that's obviously a useful thing to eat, because your brain's been kicked into a habit and saying, oh, that's a useful thing to eat. That's really good. It made me feel good, so I'm going to eat more of that. Which of course is what your body is doing, because back in the caveman days, of course, when you found something that was good to eat, you would want to eat more of it. Your body would just say, oh, that's a good thing to eat, we should eat more of that, we should do more of that, to keep us safe, to keep us secure, keep us all that kind of stuff. Excuse me. But that's also why, which Simon was talking about, was having a goal is really important. Having a written goal, having a very clear destination to go to, which is obviously what we had on the Camino. We were walking towards Santiago. It was a very clear destination, and along the way there were set points. There were places, towns we needed to go to, but also beyond that there was also these little yellow arrows that point you in the right direction. There's yellow arrows everywhere, which you only really notice if you're walking the Camino, because you know to look out for the yellow arrows. If you went to visit Pamplona on your own and you weren't walking the Camino, you would see these yellow arrows everywhere, and you think, I wonder what those yellow arrows are for, and you'd probably pretty much ignore them. Even if you saw them, you might not even notice them, because it'd just be like one of the things, because you'd be looking for something else. You'd be looking for, where do the bulls run, and where's the coffee shop that we're going to tonight, where's the hotel we're going to tonight. That would be your focus. These yellow arrows would mean nothing to you, but when you're on the Camino, the yellow arrows become really important. They become a focus of attention to take you and lead you in the direction of your goal, because obviously on the Camino you can't physically see your goal. You can imagine it, and it's the same thing in life. We have this goal, we can imagine this goal. We can't necessarily see it, but we can imagine it. We can, hello 2 viewers, by the way, I spotted them 2 viewers on here. We can imagine that goal, but then we need to take tiny actions towards that. It's something that Matthew McConaughey said once, which is start off your journey, set your sail, and then enjoy the journey, enjoy the destination, enjoy the trip, as it were, the journey along the way. Sorry, I keep getting a really itchy leg. I feel like it's almost like something's biting me or something. Maybe something dipped me before and now I'm getting itchy anyway. But anyway, so it's having that destination and then moving towards that destination. And obviously when we're on the Camino, that's exactly what we're doing. The yellow arrows were pointing us in the right direction. And in life, when we have that goal, we have it set down, we have it written, we can visualize it, we can imagine where we're going to, then these little yellow arrows, they won't be yellow obviously, will come into our lives. There will be things that go, oh, I can see that thing, that person is going to help me get towards that destination. It's going to help me move in the direction of that goal over there. Bear in mind, the way I'm pointing this is, that's my goal in life. This is my Camino goal over here. Notice how I separate the two things in this respect. This is my life goal over here. Or your life goal, if you like. It's over there, and that destination over there. And we move towards that goal by taking these little steps. But then we get these little dopamine reward hits along the way. So Simon was talking about how you see an apple tree and you go, ooh, that looks good. That looks potential. And then as you move towards it, the apple tree gets bigger and your body starts going, oh yes, that looks good. That looks like a scrumptious apple. That looks like a fruit that's going to be useful. And obviously if you know that it's an apple tree and you know what the apple looks like and you can see it, then it's even more feedback loopy. Because then what happens, of course, well, no, let's just start from the start. See a tree, you don't know what it is. It looks like it's got some nice fruit on it, juicy fruits and so forth. You walk up to it, you grab the apple, you bite into it, you eat it, you go, that's good. Yeah, that tastes work. Didn't kill me. It felt good. The body fills up and goes, oh yes, that was a good thing. That's taking me. That's helping me. That's being useful to me. You get a sort of dopamine hit in that respect, at least anyway. I'm not sure exactly on how this works, but basically you feel good. You get a feel good factor for having eaten the apple, and then you know, oh, A, there's an apple tree there. There'll be more apples on that apple tree. Or B, that's what an apple tree looks like. That's what an apple looks like. This is a good thing. So then when you're walking around later on and you see another tree with a similar fruit on it, and you walk up to it and you go, oh, but then you can see from a distance, oh, that's that tree that looks like an apple tree. Didn't have a name back in the old days, you know. There's the tree with the round fruit on it, round red fruit on it. Sometimes green fruits, obviously. And as you're getting closer, we go, yes, that definitely is an apple tree. Yes, I'm feeling good. And get excited now about going to eat my apple because it's on the apple tree. Oh, yes, fantastic. My body feels great about this. You're moving towards that destination, that journey. You think, oh, it's getting exciting. It's very nice. Then you get the apple in your hand. You go, oh, look at that. You get the saliva. It's fantastic. And the same thing. So we can do this ourselves by visualizing our destinations and our goals and so forth. There's a classic thing you say, if you take a lemon, just imagine a lemon. You feel how soft it is and squidgy, and the surface on the outside of it, and then cut it into quarters, take a quarter of it, smell it, so smell that, yes, and then bite into it. Imagine biting into it, you can feel that, and you'll feel, if you do this right, you'll start to feel your saliva will build up in your mouth, because you'll start thinking about all that squirt of the lemon juice in your mouth, all that and sharp flavour and so forth, but your saliva will start to generate in your mouth. So you can visualize this thing. It hasn't actually happened, but your body has started to have a physical reaction to it. Just like if you saw the apple, your saliva would start to go, oh, there's a juicy apple coming up. This is fantastic. As you're walking towards you, going, oh, here comes the apple. This is going to be amazing. So it's a really kind of cool metaphor for the brain and your destination. And as I was listening to that this morning, I realized I don't really have a destination. I don't really have that very clear goal that I'm going towards, that I'm heading towards. So part of the reason to going to Ilfracombe as well is also just to be able to have a bit of time alone, to be able to clear my mind a little bit and think, right, where do I really want to go? What do I really want to do this business? I know I want to help people get off antidepressants and overcome depression, but I need to structure the course and the program to take people there better than it is at the moment. It's in my head at the moment. I kind of understand it. It's got a sketch. I've kind of done that. But what I haven't done is really written it down and said, right, this is what you're going to do. This is what week one looks like. Here's what week 2 looks like, and here's what day 1 looks like, and all that kind of stuff. And just sort of really nail it, really. And I need to do some interviews from people. By the way, if you know anybody who either is struggling right now and wants to get off antidepressants, I'd like to have a chat with them about where they are in their journey right now. Not selling anything. Just want to have a conversation with them. And if you've recently come off them, or in the last year or so, then I'd love to talk to you as well, because my journey was 10 plus years ago, and I'm struggling to try and remember the actual feelings. And also, to a certain extent, I want to find out what things have you tried, what have you looked for online, and all that sort of stuff. Because obviously 10 years ago when I was struggling, we didn't really have the internet quite as much, and we didn't have kind of coaches online that would help with this kind of stuff. So I'd be really curious to know what you've tried, what you've looked for, and all that kind of stuff. So that's me trying to figure out my why, trying to figure out my direction. Don't know if that was useful. I suppose it was a little bit with the goal setting thing and the losing weight part of that as well. So the Blinkist book of the day, well worth listening to. And I recognise that you need to set your own destinations and have those little goals, those little mini wins as well. And that's what we will do as part of the program, by the way. Getting off the antidepressants, we will have that goal of getting off the antidepressants and feeling free from depression. And then there will be daily goals and targets and jobs. That's not the word, is it? Tasks. There you go. Little daily tasks, little simple daily tasks that will build up and help you move forward. Because it is effort over time. We talked yesterday about becoming ACE. AACE. You have to become aware of the problem. I've got depression. You have to make different choices. I'm going to think differently and I'm going to act differently. And then you have to put in effort over time to rewire the brain, the neurons in your brain. You've got to rewire these brains. You've got to break down the old ones and build up the new ones. If you think about it as a grass, we talked about this before in the past, and I'm going to finish on this. Grass field, you're going from one corner to the other corner, and you've walked loads of times the same route. Actually, your garden is probably a better way of doing it. You're going from your back door to the shed at the end of the garden, and you've walked across a path there, and the same path over time, and it's become a a muddy path, and eventually you put paving slabs down, but it's right in the middle of the garden, and you don't want that. You want to go around the garden instead. You want to go around the edge. You want to build a path around the edge and stop yourself going down the middle of the path. So you want to have a nice little grass area in the middle. Maybe you've got children and you want to make a little sort of football pitch or something. And so you lift up the paving slabs in the middle of the garden and you move them all to the side of the garden. But you still, the quickest destination is straight across the grass, isn't it? But you're now encouraging people to go around the grass instead. And then obviously you then put seeds into where the paving slabs were, and eventually the grass will start to grow up. But if you kept walking on the old path, those grass seeds would never catch. They would never grow back up again, because you keep walking the old path. You need to walk the new path, allow the grass seeds to grow up, and then make this the least attractive destination, so that the longer path around the outside then becomes the more attractive route to the shed at the end of the garden, instead of the one you used to walk on. You can still walk on these, and in summer you may well just go straight across the grass, but of course the more times you walk across the old path, the old habit, you keep going the same one, you'll wear a path in the middle of the grass again, and maybe that's not what you want to do, because you really want to go on the new path, the new habit, the new way of going to the destination, instead of the old way of doing it. So yeah, anyway, hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully I've kept it under 15 minutes so I can stick it straight onto Instagram. Take care of yourselves, have a lovely Tuesday, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. You never know what life's going to throw at you. Bye for now though, take care, love you all.